Powerlifting is a sport comprised of 3 lifts: the squat, bench press and the deadlift. Each lifter has 3 attempts at each lift and 1 minute to complete each attempt. The 3 referees each give a white light in case of a good lift and a red light in case of a no lift. The athletes are separated by their weight class, age category and gender. The biggest total in a respective category will win. The first movement of the competition is the squat. Once the athlete unracks the bar, stands upright with the knees locked and the bar firmly placed on their back, the head referee gives a squat command. The lifter then bends their knees and lowers their body until the hip joint is lower than the top surface of the knees. The lifter then comes back up, locking the hips and knees in order to complete the lift. The head referee will then give the rack command and the athlete must then place the bar back on the squat rack. There are 3 main technical mistakes that would give an athlete a no lift. Firstly, if the athlete is not standing erect with the knees and hips locked at the beginning and at the end of the lift. Secondly, the lifter will get a no lift if the proper competition depth is not reached at the bottom of the movement. That is, if the hip joint is higher than the top of the knee joint. Third, if the athlete does not complete the lift in one swift upward movement, meaning if the bar goes up and down before finishing the lift, this will also be considered a no lift. The bench press is a second movement performed in a powerlifting competition. Whilst lying down on the bench, an athlete creates the following points of contact with the bench: the head, the shoulders and the glutes. An arch is authorized, which allows for a stronger position for many, as long as those points of contact with the bench continue to be met. The lifter can grip the bar at any width as long as it does not exceed the maximum width, which is index finger on the rings of the bar. Once the lifter has established their position on the bench, the bar is unracked, either by the lifter themselves or with the aid of a lift-off from a spotter. The lifter's feet must lay flat on the ground during the lift. Once the referees observe that the lifter has their head and glutes in contact with the bench and the feet flat on the floor, the head referee will give the start command. The lifter then lowers the bar to the chest. The lower underside of both of the elbow joints must be level or below the top surface of the shoulder joints. The bar must remain motionless on the chest, at which point the referee will give a press command. The lifter will press the bar off their chest until complete extension of the elbow has been achieved. The head referee will give the rack command, at which point the lift will be complete. There are 4 main reasons why a lifter may fail a bench press despite the completion of the lift. Firstly, if the lifter's elbows are not fully extended at the beginning or end of the movement.
Hello and welcome back to the final session of the Classic Raw Bench Press Cup Championships. We are now down to the biggest weight classes of the men's divisions, with the 120s, 105s and 120 plus open division. We are going to be seeing some monster benches here today, with some people opening as high as 220 kilos on the bar. But we will be starting today with a 162.5 kilo bench by Ben in the 120 class momentarily. This will be 12.5 kilos below his personal best, but as we know, when it comes to some of these larger lifters, they tend to take some quite big jumps, so be ready to see some very big benches in this afternoon session. Now let's see how Ben does with this first bench. A very speedy bench from Ben. And 3 white lights from the refs. Very nice way to open the competition for himself. Next up we have Daniel with 170 kilos going on the bar. This is from a 105 kilo lifter. This is 12.5 kilos below his PB, so we'll see how this moves. And I will say it's a very nice colour combo between his shoes, socks and singlet, all matching very nicely.
Definitely winning on style points. And a good opener as well. Let's see what the refs have to say. 3 white lights is a good lift.
Very nice control there from Daniel. Next up we have Toby in the 120 class with 170 kilos for his opening attempt. This is 20 kilos below his PB.
Current British champion, Sanchez Dillon, competing in the Classic Bench Championships. And he's opening with 180 kilos. Let's see what he can get it done today.
As we know, he has a monstrous deadlift with some very long arms, so to have such an incredible bench press as well, this is going to be a very nice sight to see.
We don't usually see him in the 120 class, but it appears he's not pushing too much into the class, and it'll just be a fun day out for him.
Yeah, we'll see how much he can add to his bench press PR, considering it's only 7.5 kilos below his current opener is, so we'll see what this moves.
Very strong opener. Let's see what the refs have to say about that one.
3 white lights.
Next up we have Wesley with 185 kilos for his opener. Another 105.
This is a GB athlete, which is a very nice sight to see. We've seen quite a few people wearing these singlets today, and quite a few more people will be getting their own singlets of those who have podiumed today. Let's have a look at how Wesley's bench moves. A very speedy opener there from Wesley, and the refs say 3 white lights. Very nicely done. Very confident in his opener. He should be going for a nice jump to a second. But next up we have
Oleyemi
with 190 kilos going in the bar in the 105 kilo weight class. His main competition is Ashley, who will be coming up in a couple of lifts' time. But let's see how he does in his 190 kilos for now.
Wrong press from Oleyemi there. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. Very good opener.
Very good indeed. Lovely to see everyone starting off strong with 3 white lights in all their lifts.
Next up now we have Trevor Jordan opening with 192.5 kilos in the 120 class. Sporting a very nice GB singlet.
Still quite light in this class, only at 111.5 kilos body weight, so still a little bit to grow into it, but doesn't mean he's not going to put up a good fight in the 120 class.
This will get him up to 4th, considering if everyone hits their opener attempts now.
Believe it'll be 3rd.
Well, first for now, so we'll see how it goes. Next up, we have Ashley opening with 195 kilos.
getting ever closer to that 200 kilo benchmark. Now with Ashley's PB of 222.5 kilos, we can expect some big jumps coming up soon from him. Very easy opener there from Ashley with 3 white lights from the refs. Next up we have Moses with 205 kilos in the 120 weight class. An absolute monstrous opener. This is only 10 kilos behind his PB attempt, so let's see how it moves. Solid unrack. Very smooth there for Ashley. Nice and easy opener. Like what to see.
Next up now, we've got Moses with 205 kilos in the 120 class. Very strong opener and heaviest in the 120 so far.
Don't know about you, Ryan, but I always find it so insanely fun to watch these big boys bench because it's just such crazy numbers they're putting up these days.
Honestly, yeah, man. Numbers ahead of my own squat when I look at this. It is quite scary.
Very nice there. Very nice indeed. 3 white lights from the refs.
Nice and strong there, yeah.
Okay. And next up we have Ben Gibson with 215 kilos in the bar.
Very, very colourful singlet.
.5 kilos behind his PB. Let's see how this moves. He's the first of the 120 plus kilo lifters to bench, and only 5 kilos behind the other two 120 pluses openers.
Yep, if he moves this well and he gets in the mix, it could be a very good day for him. No doubt that is as fast as it could be, honestly.
3 white lights and a very good lift there for Ben. I wonder what he'll load up next.
Next up now, we've got Adam in the 120 pluses with 220 loaded on the bar.
This is a monstrous bench, along with Ryan, who also is opening at 220 after Adam. Both of these will be going head to head in the 120 plus class in the open category for that first place spot. I would not want to be these spotters right now.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to be here, man.
A very smooth lift there from Ben, and the refs say 3 white lights for his opener. Nice to get a lift on the board. But next up we have Ryan, also at 220 kilos on the bar.
The heaviest of the openers we will be seeing in these classes. Only 2.5 kilos behind his current PB. So let's see how he performs.
Just giving some fist bumps to the spotters, appreciating their help at keeping him safe whilst he's on the platform today.
Take your time, mate.
And let's see how this moves. Oh my goodness. If you blinked, you would have missed that. That was unreal fast. Oh my goodness. A very strong start for Ryan. And next up we are moving on to Ben with 172.5 kilos in the 120 class.
$172 now for Ben. Let's see how he moves his 10-kilo jump from his opener.
Only 2.5 kilos behind his current PB, so hopefully it's moving very fast for him today. That was a very nice bench indeed, and the refs say 3 white lights. Very nicely done by Ben. Next up we have Daniel with 175 kilos in the 105 kilo class. This will be to... This will be getting closer to his PB of 182.5, and he's 7.5 behind there.
Big run there from Daniel. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. Very good. Now next up, now we've got Toby with 180 kilos now. 10-kilo jump from his first attempt in the 120 class. Let's see how it goes.
Go on, Toby. Nice. Bit of a grind there, a bit more work for the second, but
Good fight though, and he's got 3 white lights, so no complaints there.
probably have maybe another 2.5 or 5 more kilos in the tank there for his third attempt.
Next up, Sanchez Dylan in the 120 class with 192.5, a 12.5 kilo jump. Let's see how he does. Not usually what I'd tune into a Sanchez Dylan comp for, but yeah.
Still fun to see him lift as always, especially when he's going for 5 kilos above his old PB.
Definitely, definitely. Pushing his limits for sure. Good, that was really nice.
Very smooth, a little bit slower, but still very strong lift there for him. Let's see what he decides to load for his third.
Next up now we've got Wesley. He's got 192.5 as well in the 105 class. Let's see how he moves it.
This being 2.5 kilos behind Wesley's current PB. Hopefully this will be very well for him, so he'll be able to attempt to break his own PB on his third attempt.
Nicely done there. Let's see what the refs have to say. 3 white lights.
Wonderfully done. And so far, everyone has got 3 white lights on all their lifts, which is what we want to see. And all the lifters for the rest of their second attempts are now going to be doing 200 or more kilos on the bar.
On that note, next up is Oleyemi with 200 kilos loaded on the bar, lifting in the 105s. Let's see how he moves it.
Very nice bench there for him. 3 white lights from the refs. Good indeed. Very happy with that, I assume.
Next up now we've got Trevor, 120 with 202.5 on the bar. Bar is loaded for him. Let's see how he does now.
A nice 10 kilo jump, and I do believe he should have this in the bag based on how his first attempt moved. Three white lights and a good lift there for Trevor. Very nicely done. Next up we have Ashley with 205 kilos on the bar in the 105 kilo weight class.
Yep. Ashley Liston coming out for 205. Moves really well to keep him in second place there. Oh, actually, he's moved up into first.
Nicely done by Ashley Liston. Next up we have Ashley Watson in the 120 class with 207.5 kilos going on the bar. This is a 2.5 kilo PB on his second attempt with a massive, well, rather large jump of 12.5 kilos.
They're nice and hyped up now for his lift. Let's see how he gets it done.
Opting for a self unrack, which is quite impressive with this level of weight.
Yeah, we don't see that very often. Nice and comfortable there. Nice and comfortable. Very good second attempt. And the refs, yep, 3 white lights from the refs. Lovely. And next now we've got Moses in the 120s, loading up 215.
This is only 2.5 kilos below his PB. Let's see how this moves.
There's a day to smoke your PR. It's today, isn't it?
Definitely right, that one. No better place to do it than at the Raw British Bench Championships.
Really, really nice second attempt there. And yep, 3 white lights from the rest as expected. Very well done there.
Be nice to see what he loads for his third. Somewhere in the 220 range, I assume.
Oh, without a doubt. And next up now, we've got Ben coming up for 227.5. Ben is one of our 120 plus lifters today. Very unforgettable with his colourful singlets.
Currently battling it out for second place up against Adam. Let's see how Ben does. Also, this is currently going to be matching his PB, so it should be quite comfortable for him.
He's done it before. He knows he's got it in the bag. Let's see how he gets it done.
A very solid second attempt indeed. 3 white lights from the refs. Shaking his head a little bit as he walked off. Maybe not quite as smooth as he would have liked, but still very good indeed. But next up we have Adam with also 227.5 kilos on the bar, who is going to be competing against Ben for that second place spot.
Also, Adam's PR, so he knows he's got it. He's just got to perform now.
Should be a very nice rivalry to watch, ladies and gentlemen, for this second place bench.
Yep, especially considering we'll see how Ryan's second goes. It may end up being a battle first. Very strong. Very strong. Yep. Very good attempt. And the refs agree. 3 white lights for him.
And next up we have Ryan with 232.5 kilos on the bar, the heaviest bench press so far of the competition.
Can Ryan continue to pull away from the rest of the competition, or will he end up in a battle? It's 10 kilos above his PR, so let's see how it moves.
And with how quick his opener was, I wouldn't be surprised if this flies as well.
Okay, there is no doubt in my mind that he's going to pull away now.
With how fast that moved, with the current 120 plus record being 242.5 kilos in the bar, that must be on his mind, wanting to go for the British record.
He's done a quite 12.5 kilo jump to his second. Is at least 15 kilo jump going to be?
Well, next up we have Ben with the 180 kilo bench for his third attempt. These will be the final attempts on this session on this flight A.
Yep, for the open heavier men.
This is a 5 kilo PB for Ben. Let's see how he does.
And a 7.5 kilo jump from the second.
A very smooth third attempt there, with a 3 white lights from the refs, and a lovely way to finish off his 3 attempts here today. Next up we have Daniel with also 180 kilos in the bar on the 105 kilo weight class.
Two and a half kilos under his best, but looking strong, and hopefully he'll be able to get it nice and clean.
And at the end of the day, with how clean his outfit looks today, I think he's the real winner.
Style points. Just a bit too much for him today. Unfortunate.
Still a very good attempt there from Daniel.
Matched his orange up with the spotters as well.
And next up we have Toby with 185 kilos on the bar in the 120 weight class.
5 kilo jump from his second attempt. Five kilos under his current all-time max, so should be confident to move this now.
If he gets this, he will be moving up one placing into 5th position.
Unfortunate there, just a bit too much for him today.
Still a very good competition for him though. And next up we have Wesley with 197.5 kilos in the bar in the 105 kilo weight class. This will be a 2.5 kilo PB if he gets it. And here he comes. And what a grind there to get out his attempt. Unfortunately not a 2-to-1 no lift there on yellows.
Fortunate there, yeah. Next up, we have Sanchez Dillon with 200 kilos.
He's very comfortable with this kind of weight in his hands when he's deadlifting. Let's see how he feels when he's benching this kind of weight. This will be a 12.5 kilo PB from as well.
Can he execute? Unfortunately, just a little bit too much for him there. But he walks away today with a 5 kilo bench PR. Very good day for him.
Definitely indeed. And next up we have Olamai with 207.5 kilos on the bar.
That is 207.5 kilos for Olayemi. Let's see how he does it.
Yeah, true. This will be a 2.5 kilo PB.
7.5 kilo jump. Let's see how he does. No surprise there. His second attempt looked really strong. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. Very good day for him. 9 out of 9 white lights.
Big smile on his face there as well. Very happy with how that went.
Okay, next up we have Trevor with 210 in the 120s. This will secure his 3rd place standing if everyone is able to get their 3rd attempts. Possibly push him to 3rd, or 2nd, sorry.
This is also only half a kilo below his all-time best, so he knows what to do. Let's see if he can do it.
and he executes. What do the refs think? 3 white lights is a good lift, and he celebrates on the platform. He is ecstatic with that, thanking the refs for their time and the nice calls.
Very well done there by Trevor. And next up we have Ashley Liston with 210 kilos on the bar in the 105 kilo class for the heaviest 105 kilo open bench of the day.
This will pull him into first ahead of Olayemi with 2.5 kilos above him. Can he get it done? Very nicely done there, and the refs agree. That's 3 white lights and first place in the 105 men's open bench today. Well done.
I'm sure he'll be very happy with that indeed. But next up we have Ashley Watson with 212.5 kilos on the bar in the 120 kilo weight class.
With this, he's looking to pull into second place from third. Will he be able to execute?
Getting psyched, getting ready for such a monumental lift.
Just a bit too much for him today, but he stays in third place and he's had a good day, to be honest. So well done to him.
Yeah, he still gets that podium position, which is great to see.
And next up now we have Moses going for a 222.5 kilo bench in the 120 class. 7.5 kilo jump from his second attempt and a 5 kilo all-time PR if he's able to get it.
I tell you what, he looks ready for this. He looks happy.
Former British international, you can see with the t-shirt peeking out from underneath his singlet. Can he get it done? He's already secured first place. This is just to push it further now. Unlucky there. He still walks away British bench championships today, champ today.
And now we have a very exciting battle for possibly even first place, with Ben Gibson loading up 235 kilos, followed by Adam with 235. And then we have a very exciting final bench of this session, which we'll get to shortly.
Well, these 235s, for the time being, will pull him both ahead of Ryan, who's actually loaded up a record attempt. And we could be in for a great battle here.
So let's see how Ben does with his third and final bench. Can he get it? His second looks strong. Let's see what happens.
Nice and strong setup there. Unfortunate there. Very unfortunate there. Now, we go on to Adam. Can Adam get it done? It'll pull him ahead of Ben. He's already ahead on body weight. This will just pull him ahead even further into first place, while just before Ryan goes for his third. Let's see it from Adam with 235 on the bar. Can he execute? and just a bit too much for him. Now, Ryan is safe in first place now. He is the winner today, 100%. But we have him loading up 243 now, a half a kilo above the current British record. Will he be able to get it and stamp even more kilos upon his win today?
This is a monstrous record that has been held by Tony Cliff for the past 5 years now. Can Ryan break Tony Cliff, a legend of the sports, 120 plus record?
It's a 10.5 kilo jump from his second, but that isn't unusual for these weight classes. So let's see what he can do here. He's had a strong day so far and everything's moved tremendously. Let's see how he gets it done.
The crowd is getting hyped.
Oh, and he's not gonna take it.
He's just going to let it time out, I believe.
Well, he's won. And you know what? Why risk it if you've already got the win?
Bit of an anticlimactic end to all that, but still great to see all those big heavy lifters going for such crazy level numbers.
And Tony's Cliff records stand for another day.
Yep. And next up, we're moving on to the final flight of the competition. Flight B. These are the heavy lifters, the 120s and 120 pluses in the Masters, Sub-Juniors, Juniors classes. And starting off this flight, we have Timothy with 110 kilos in the 120 Masters 3 class.
Oh. Well, that's... I didn't see that coming. We're going back.
Might just be having a couple technical difficulties at the moment with the...
And next up now we have Timothy going for a 110 kilo bench as his opener, a M3 120 kilo lifter, and I believe he's our only 120 M3 today. So let's see how he gets it done. Just the referee's there asking him to make a change before he gets going on his third attempt.
A very strong off the chest press there. Nice to see 3 white lights from the refs. That means he has secured first place in the M3 120s.
Very nicely done there. Now, next up we have the only sub-junior 120 coming out for 127.5. He gets this and he secures the win today. You know what? Let's see how he does. It is also his current PR, so if he gets this nice and fast, we're looking at a strong day for him with lots of PBs coming.
A solid opener there. And 3 white lights from the refs. Very nicely done.
Looks like he's going to have a great day. Next up, we have Sean with 135 being loaded up on the bar for him. He is a M2 120 lifter. One of several M2s competing today. So let's see how it goes.
If he gets this, he will secure himself into first place for the time being.
Very, very nicely done there. Well, let's see what the refs think. And they agree. That's 3 white lights for him. He's going to have a good day. Next up now, we've got Henry. He's loaded up 150 kilos as a junior 120. And that's only 5 kilos below his PR as well. So he's looking like he's going to have a really good day once he gets this all moving now. Just the refs there asking him to adjust something. Actually, 1 second.
I believe he's having to re-wrap his wrist straps before he goes back onto the platform to attempt his bench.
Timer be restarted there, or is that?
No, I believe that was his own doing of the wrist wraps.
So I think he's going to time out here. Yep, and he's timed out. Unfortunate there.
He will have to come back and either retake or perhaps go up, depending on how he's feeling for his next attempt.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't change the way he was planning his day to be too much. But next up we have Matt with 152.5 kilos, M1 120.
Matching his current PB as well on his opener. A very lovely thing to see.
We've seen that quite a lot today, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been really good to see actually. A lot of strong lifts over the whole competition, both the men's and the women's lifts. Very impressive lifts.
And very nicely executed there. Let's see what the refs have to say.
3 white lights from the refs there. Very nice start to his lifting. And next up we have Darren with 155 kilos going on the bar in a M2 120 plus category.
Oh, that's good.
Just explaining to the spotters how he wants his hand out.
155 for Darren, M2, 120 plus.
And just looking in this class, we have 3 lifters opening all at 180 kilos, which will make this a very interesting class, the M2 120 pluses.
Very, very strong opener there from Darren, and the refs agree with 3 white lights.
It's 2-1 actually, unfortunately.
Sorry, yep, 2-1.
And next up we have Thomas with 155 kilos in the bar in the junior 120 plus category. This is 7.5 kilos above his PB, a monstrous opener. A little bit sticky in the middle there, but still a good opener nonetheless.
3 white
And
lights. Next up is Kian with 160 kilos, a 120 junior. This is also Kian's all-time PR. So he's looking to push that today. Let's see what he does.
a very nice lift there with 3 white lights. Next up we have Faranek with 160 kilos on the bar. In the Masters 1 120 plus category.
In the Mastered 120 category, yep. And only 2.5 kilos below his current max. Lots of strong lads today opening very, very close to their PRs. There he is, just instructing Big Thomas on exactly how he would like to be given the handout. One of Wales's finest 120 classes.
A very speedy first attempt there from Faranek. And 3 white lights from the refs. Very nicely done there. Should be seeing some nice jumps from him in his second and third attempts. But next up we have Ben Harris with 160 kilos in the junior 120 category.
Taking his time to set up and get it right for his 160 opener. 15 kilos below his current max, so it should be nice and comfortable for him.
Three white lights and a good lift there for Ben. And next up is Jack with 165 kilos in his opener in the junior 120 plus category.
Seven and a half kilos below his current max. And if everyone is able to hit their openers, this should place him at third in the 120 plus juniors. And hit he does. And this currently pulls him up to first place. 2-1 though. Let's hope he can clean that up and keep going.
Next up we have Reese with 177.5 kilos going in the bar in the junior 120 category. Only weighing 110 kilos though, so he's still got quite a long way to grow into this class, but definitely making some moves with a very big bench opener. And only just shy of about 6 kilos below his current PB, so definitely starting off strong.
Yeah, for sure there, yep. Very nice shoelaces with the shoes to match a singlet as well, you know.
Our lifters do like to take some pride in their outfits.
And an opener to boot. He's done that very well. He's executed extremely well there.
Couldn't agree more, with 3 white lights from the refs as well. And next up we have Scott with 180 kilos in the bar in the Masters 2 120 plus category.
And if they're all able to execute the Master 2 120 pluses, this will put him in a battle for the podium.
Easy start, mate. Take your time.
He is a GB athlete, signified by that GB singlet, so he knows what he's doing when it comes to his competitions.
Very nicely done there. Next up is Chris, looking to pull ahead of Scott with a 180 kilo opener at a lower body weight. Making sure everything's in the right place and nicely set up for him to succeed here.
A very smooth opener there for Chris with 3 white lights from the refs. Very nicely done. And next up we have Ryan, also going for a 180 kilo opener in that same 120 plus. Oh, and this is the Masters 1 category, sorry.
He'll also be in a battle with Herb, who will be coming out after him with the same opener of 180 in the same M1 120 plus class. Let's see how we can move it now.
Interestingly, Ryan is one of the quite a light 120 plus at 121 kilo body weight.
Yeah, he is actually. He's, some would say, gut cut away from the 120s.
Indeed. And even though he still moved that very well with 3 white lights from the refs.
Yep, definitely. And he's ready to battle with the bigger boys. And up next is Herb with the same 180 on the bar. Let's see how he's able to do with it.
This only being 10 kilos below his personal best. So we will see how this moves. Hopefully nice and smooth.
Yep. We'll have him at second place due to body weight, but it'll be interesting to see where he goes from here if successful. And that was nice and fast. I do see him going at least to that 190 in later on his attempts and more. He's looking strong today. Next up is Idris Taylor, a Swansea lifter. Strong boy. Fun fact for you, this is 25 kilos above his current squat max at comp and 20 kilos above his current bench max at comp, representing Wales well. Let's see how the boy does.
An absolute mammoth bench at 400 pounds here.
He's locked those externals in to get it right for this comp. And you know, it's 2-1, but it is a good lift. Let's see what the center ref has to say about that and what he does now moving forward, but it is a good attempt for now.
Next up, we have Alistair with 185 kilos in the bar in the Masters 2 120 category. This will be moving him into first place if he gets this.
Yeah, this will move him into first place ahead of Sean with a 50-kilo lead. I don't see Sean catching up if ABP is able to execute here.
A very impressive bench.
Especially as an M2. God, he needs to execute that perfectly. See what the refs say. 3 white lights.
It's just one of these things you get with these Masters lifters. A lot of them have been in the game so many years now that they are just so good and so consistent when it comes to executing perfectly, especially on their openers where it's that much more important to get lifted.
Yeah, especially technically there, man. Next up now we have Ryan with 185 as a 120 M1. This is going to pull him into first place ahead of Ferenc with a 15-kilo lead. Well, sorry, a 25-kilo lead. If you see it. Let's see it from him. Being handled today by Luke from Genetic Performance. Let's see what they're able to do. Very, very fast from him. Oh, it'll be interesting to see what he'll load up. That's 3 white lights.
His coach Luke does look very happy with that there. And
Yeah.
next up we have Louis with 190 kilos on the bar in the junior 120 plus category.
Don't often see lifters in the junior 120 pluses, man. It's tremendous to see it, and also lifting so heavy already at this young age.
Absolutely amazing. This is 20 kilos above his PB for his opener. I wonder what we'll be seeing on his second and thirds after his opener. Let's see how it
Will
goes.
it be the right call or will it be a gamble? And that was executed very well. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights, perfectly executed, and he's very happy with that.
I believe we will be seeing over 200 kilos loaded on the bar from Louis today.
Yeah, for sure. Next up now, we have Nathan, 120 plus junior, also loading up 220, the biggest bench of this session. Let's see what he's able to do.
An absolute mammoth bencher, seeing some hopefully even enormous numbers, perhaps bigger than ones from the flight previous to this. We will see. Also only 5 kilos below his PR.
Yep, something we've seen a lot today, and it doesn't seem to be a mistake on any part. That was wonderful. See what he can do. Now, next up now, we've got Timothy again, coming back to the platform for 122.5 kilos. It is a 12.5 kilo jump on his opener, but I would say his opener moved outstandingly, and as an M3 120, this should be very good for him.
Only 5 kilos below his PB, so hopefully if he gets this, he'll be able to either match or even better his PB on his third attempt.
And a bit of a sticking point there in the middle, a bit of a wobble. Unfortunately, that's 3 red lights. We'll see what he can do on his third. Does he come up the same again, or does he load up more?
Hopefully he can come back and smoke that at the very least. And next up we have
Kaiwan, loaded up 132.5 kilos. It's a 5 kilo jump for the 120 sub junior. And we'll see how he performs. It's also a 5 kilo PR. Looking strong today.
a very strong number from a very young lifter. And 3 white lights there. Very well done from him.
Now, next up we have Sean, a M2 120, loading up 140 kilos. It's a 5 kilo jump from his first attempt. Let's see how he's able to do.
And here we go. A little bit of a sticking point there at the lockout, but unfortunately that is downward movement from the refs. He'll have to possibly retake that next time, but I believe he does have the strength for it. And next up we have Henry, who is going for 155 kilos, so he has upped it from his unfortunate failed first attempt. He believes the strength is there. Let's see if he can do this. And this will be to match his PB. Let's see if the ambition is justified. Let's go, Henry. A very smooth lift. And the refs say 3 white lights. Much better. Definitely the right call to up the 5 kilos there from Henry. And next up we are moving on to Matt with 160 kilos on the bar in the M1 120 weight class. This will be beating his PR by 7.5 kilos. A very good second attempt for him. Very nicely done there. 3 white lights from the rest there. Well done, Matt. And moving on, we have Thomas with 160 kilos on the bar in the junior 120 plus category. A nice 5 kilo jump from his opener. He's already beat his PR on his opener, and he's going to break it even further here with his second attempt. A little bit slow there, but still moved well. And a 2-to-1 good lift from the referees. Nicely done by Thomas. And moving on, we have Darren in the Masters 2 120 plus category with 162.5 kilos on the bar. This will be 15 kilos below his PR. His opener moved well. Let's see how he does with his second attempt. I do believe that Darren there was timing out the clock. I don't believe he will be continuing with any more of his lifts for today's competition. Hopefully he is okay. Next up, we're moving on to Kian in the junior 120 class with 167.5 kilos on the bar, a 7.5 kilo jump, and a 7.5 kilo PB if he gets this.
Strong from Kian there. Strong. And a 7.5 kilo jump, 7.5 kilo PR. 3 white lights for the boy. Let's see how far he can push it today. Next up now is Ben with 167.5 also. Also a junior 120, so he's looking to match him now. And hold on to his 4th place.
It seems to be a good battle between Kian and Ben here, both fighting for 3rd place on the podium. A smooth second attempt there from Ben. And 3 white lights there from the refs. Very nicely done. I do think he may end up trying to go for 2.5 kilos more than Kian to get that podium spot. And next up we have Veronic with 170 kilos on the bar in the Masters 1 120 category. This will be a 7.5 kilo PB for him. And it will be securing him 2nd place if he gets this.
Yeah, this attempt pulls him into 2nd place. Let's see how he does now. Strong, very strong from him there. Very good attempt. Next up now we have Jack. Jack is a 120 plus junior, looking to hit 175, a 10 kilo jump from his opener. Opener moved very well. And also a 2.5 kilo all-time PR.
This will secure him the 3rd place spot to get that podium position. Oh, unfortunately just not there today. A very good attempt though.
Yeah, well, he's got a 3rd now to try and get that right, or see what he does with it, honestly. Next up now, we are going to have Scott with 185 kilo to 5 kilo jump. Scott is a M2 120 plus. This attempt is going to pull him into 2nd place. Maybe 1st for the time being, but Chris will also then be taking the same weight to pull him into 1st.
Get settled right, mate. Come on, Scott. Plenty of time.
Can Scott execute? And execute he does. Let's see what the refs have to say about that. It's 2-1, unfortunately.
That does give Chris the opportunity here to pull ahead slightly by taking his 185 kilo 2nd attempt.
Yes, it does. And then also, Chris will be comfortably ahead for third attempts as well if he can get this done. But who knows, Scott could also up his third as well.
Well, let's just see how Chris does now then.
He wrote it in the wrong place. He just wrote it in the wrong place.
Also just a 5 kilo PR jump for him, and 45 kilos under his PR should be very comfortable, and it is. Let's see what the refs have to say about that. 3 white lights for Chris.
Does look like Chris is going to be pulling away with that victory over Scott, but anything is to happen in that third attempt. And now we have Reese with 185 kilos in the bar in the junior 120 category. This is a 1.5 kilo PB for Reese. New territory for him. Let's see how he does.
Strong, he's got it done. Bit slow for a second attempt, but locks out in the end, and that is 3 white lights. He'll be happy to get it done, and it is a 1.5 kilo PR.
Not much more there in the tank, but hey, if he can still get another 2.5 kilos, every little bit helps in this competition.
Indeed it does, and you'll need it to try and get on the podium.
Next up we have Herb with 190 kilos in the Masters 120 plus category. He is currently battling it out with Ryan Dixon to see who can go for first place, with Ryan's next attempt being 2.5 kilos more than his current.
This is a 10 kilo jump from his opener, and it moves well. It's a currently matched PR. How much will he be able to push his bench today? Let's find out. Next up we have Ryan. Ryan looking to pull ahead by 2.5 kilos. It's 12.5 kilo PR. Will this be too ambitious, or will he secure it in going into thirds now?
This will also be matching Ryan's personal best. So it isn't uncharted territory, so he should hopefully have this in the bag.
Oh, mate. Really tight now, really tight.
And he's done that. He's moved that pretty well, I'd say.
I completely agree there. He's doing very well today.
Got lots of room to move now. So, next up, Idris Taylor again. 192.5 loaded on the bar for Idris. A Swansea University lifter.
27.5 kilos above his personal best.
It's no surprise to anyone, Idris does love bench press. So we'll love to see what he can do here. He's locked in his externals over this last block to try push it as much as he can. Let's see what he can do.
And this will be moving him into first place.
Yes, it will. Yep. It'll secure him his first place going into thirds. And I don't see anyone else pushing to get ahead of him.
There is Reese, who is going to be slightly behind him by 5 kilos on his third attempt.
So this will secure him the win unless we see an attempt change from Reese. He did get 2-1 on his opener, so let's see what the refs say this time. Again, 2-1, but it's a good lift. Let's see. Hopefully, the jury does not overturn that.
They will watch it back just to make sure, as we can see. They are overturning it, I believe, due to the head lifting off the pad. Next up, we also have Alistair with 195 kilos in the bar. And yes, that Idris's 192.5 has been overturned, which means That is all to play for in that first and second spot in the...
He's put the same attempt in again, so we'll see how it goes. Next up now, Alistair. He's gone for 195 again. After he missed it on... Oh, sorry, no. I'm going to ignore that red dot on the screen. It's 195. Let's see it.
A solid second attempt there.
Solid second attempt. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights, a good lift.
He'll be chuffed with that. Hopefully going for around 200 for his next attempt. But here we are with Ram with 195 kilos going on the bar in the Masters 1 120 category.
Coach looking very proud on the side already. He is pushing his limits today. 5 kilos under his PR, but he's looking sharp.
You know he's going to want to break that PR today. You just know it.
Definitely with how his opening moved.
Just locking in right now, making sure he's fully focused.
Give him a second to feel comfortable there on the platform. I've done that quite a lot. There he is now. He's got his start command. And that's beautiful. He's done that flawlessly. That's 3 white lights. Can't wait to see what he loads up now.
Oh, definitely 200 plus coming next.
Oh my god, yep. If it isn't at least 200, I'll be shocked.
But next up we have Louis with 200 kilos in the junior 120 plus category.
These juniors are so strong.
Let's
see what he's able to do here now.
This is 30 kilos over his previous best.
It's a 10 kilo jump from his opener, which was a 20 kilo. Yeah, this is uncharted territory for the boy, but he is looking good.
There's a reason why he's in a GB singlet. And this is it.
Very nice. A bit slow off the check, but he locked it out well. Oh, unfortunately, that's a no lift.
Not entirely sure why that was.
No, not entirely sure either. But hopefully he can change that again on his... Now, we have Nathan looking to break the British junior bench record that belongs to him with a half a kilo PR, all-time PR. Sorry, a 5.5 kilo all-time PR.
This is a mammoth bench, over 500 pounds.
On his second attempt. Now, hopefully he gets it here, but if he doesn't, he has another opportunity at it.
Very confident to go by such a large margin over the current record.
Indeed. Indeed. And it's good off the chest. There's a little bit of a sticking point. Oh. Unfortunately, though.
There was downward movement, but he does still have his third attempt to go again at that same weight.
And that is the lucky thing about going for it on the second. He does have that opportunity for redemption on the third. Now, next up is Timothy. Talking on redemption, he was unable to secure 122.5 on his second attempt and looks to come back and get it on his third. Will he be able to execute and secure that 122.5 kilos? He is the only M3 here today, but he's looking to push his limits and secure that. It's 5 kilos below his all-time PR. He should be able to get it done. Will he get it done today?
And he will be starting off the third attempts, the final attempts of the whole of this competition of the Bench Press Championships. Although I believe he will not be coming out for his third attempt today.
Doesn't seem to be coming out, no.
So he's just going to let the clock run down, make sure all the other athletes have the full amount of time to rest before their third and final attempts.
Well, that's not nice to see. However, we have Kai Wen coming out for 135 for his bench third. He is a sub-junior. I believe the only sub-junior here today. 120. And he's looked good today, hasn't he?
He's been looking very strong indeed. And it's amazing to see someone so young moving such impressive weights.
Yep. See that much on the bar for a sub junior is, if anything, scary.
Definitely is indeed. And he's already secured his spot, so he will be getting the opportunity to go into the international team for GB.
See what he's able to do here now. Just pushing his own limits here now. That's nice. That's really good for a third.
That was very strong indeed.
Nice. Well executed and 3 white lights. The judges agree. And he's very happy about that, it seems.
A very good national competition for him. I'm sure he's going to be chuffed to bits with how he's gotten performed today. And next up we have Sean going for 145, a 5 kilo jump after missing his second attempt. This is a ballsy move, but very well justified. I believe he does have this.
Will it prove to be a mistake, or will the gamble pay off going 5 kilos up now?
Set down the bench. Set down the bench.
Will Sean get it done? It's very comfortable under the bar. Nice and easy. Racks it. Let's see what the refs have to say. 3 white lights for Sean. He made the right choice going up. Well done. Next up is Henry with 160 kilos. 5 kilos on the second attempt. And the bar is loaded. Junior 120. Only just 120, I say now 107.7. And it is a 5 kilo all-time PR. He timed out on his opener, chose to go up, and it did show up for him. Will he be able to perform on his third attempt?
I mean, with how his second attempt moved, I do believe he could quite possibly have this in the bag.
I would agree. Maybe that timed out opener gave him that little bit of energy now to keep going. Really push for this third.
Couldn't agree more. Let's see how it does.
It's a good fight. It's a really good fight, but it wasn't there in the end.
A very good attempt there. But let's move on and see how Darren does with a 162.5 kilo bench in the Masters 2 120 plus category.
I don't know if Darren will come out. He did let it time out on his last attempt. Will we see Darren come out for this attempt? Or will he let the clock run?
I believe he's going to let the clock run for the other athletes.
Yep. And in that case, next up then will be Matt. Matt is looking to load up 165. It's 5 kilos on his last attempt. 120 M1 lifter. Will Matt be able to perform?
And just whilst we're waiting, we've got a few seconds, just want to say thank you to all the volunteers and everyone helping here today, and all the sponsors sponsored this competition. That being Barbell Coalition, Phoenix Powerlifting, ESN Sport, Alico, Kazimov Creative,
Vankus,
SBD, all of White Lights Media, all of them here doing such a fantastic job helping us put these competitions on for everybody, and all the athletes for doing such a wonderful job today.
And now for Matt.
This will be 12.5 kilos above his PB, so this will be interesting to see how it moves.
Second moves well, so hopefully this does as well. And it pays off. He's moved that very well. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. Very happy with that, he is.
A wonderful third attempt bench and a very good day for Matt today.
Indeed, now we have Thomas, a junior lifter in the 120 pluses, loading up that 165 as well. He missed his 160 on the second attempt. Will he be able to get some redemption now and push this 165? It'll be a 17.5 kilo comp PR for him.
This will temporarily, I believe, move him into third position if he gets it.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate there.
A good try nonetheless. But moving on to Kian with 172.5 kilos going on the bar.
120 junior.
He's currently just
Kian.
wrapping up his wrist straps, making sure he's all ready to go and lift this weight. Let's go, Kian. This will be a monstrous 12.5 kilo PB for him today. He already opened on his PB, so let's see how his third moves. I think he's got a good chance getting this. This will also hopefully secure him the podium position, provided Ben Harris can't take it away from him, although Ben Harris may have to do an attempt change on the next lift.
And he locks it out. What does the ref say? 3 white lights is a good lift, and he is well chuffed.
Very good lift there now.
Now, Rennick, M1 120. Well, sorry, Ben Harris, 172.5, 120 junior lifter.
Interesting choice that Ben has not taken the opportunity to attempt to up his weight so that he could try take that third spot.
Yeah, actually, that is quite an interesting choice because he isn't going to win on bodyweight here.
Maybe it was missed by the coach, or maybe he just doesn't believe you'd have 175. But let's see how this moves for Ben.
Unfortunate there.
That does mean that Kian has secured his third place spot. Fortunately, Ben will only stay in just outside of that podium position in fourth.
And now, for Rennick, M1 120, 175. 3 reds and a collar. It is a nice thing to see on a bar, honestly. And let's see it loaded up. It is a 12.5 kilo all-time bench PR for him.
And this will put him in will keep him in second place. A very nice place to be for him.
Indeed.
A impressive grind there from Ferenik. That was very nice to see indeed. And 3 white lights from the refs. Wonderfully done for him. I'm sure he is very touched. You can see he's excited by that lift. Just watching the replay now.
Ow. Jack. 175. Is it redemption time for Jack? 175 on the bar again for him. 120 plus junior. Can he get it done? It's a 2.5 kilo PR. Didn't have enough there for him on his first attempt. Can he do it here? Unfortunate there for Jack. Very unfortunate. Next up now, Scott. Scott, in a similar position to Jack, failed 185 on his second, going up to 187.5. It's a 2.5 kilo jump from that failed attempt. Will he be able to perform it?
It is a very ambitious attempt, but let's see if he's got this.
He was unhappy with the call on his second, so let's see what he can do here.
His main opposition has also got the same weight load on the bar, so that means if they both get it, Chris will be the one to become the victor. But let's see how Scott does first.
Ref's just asking him to readjust there before he takes his attempt, but the time has run out. Oh no, he's got the press command in time, but he's missed it, unfortunately. Now, Chris is in first now.
He is guaranteed that first spot. This is just to pull ahead further.
Wants that extra 2.5 kilos. Will he be able to secure those?
This will be a good bench for Chris now. Let's see how he does.
He's hit every time he's gone out today. They all looked really good. He's already secured the win. Just doing this for the love of the game now. Let's see it. And it's so easy for him. Let's see what the refs think. Well, I think that's good. Yep, and the refs agree. 3 white lights. He is living.
Wonderfully done there by Chris. We are now moving on to Reese, who is a junior 120 with 192.5 kilos going on the bar.
He's been on fire today. Can he keep the run going with 192.5? It's a 7.5 kilo jump and a 9 kilo PR.
Yes, and this is also in contention for first place as his opponent, Idris, is following next as they both have 192.5 on the bar. But Reese has the body weight. Can he make the bench?
Indeed. Unfortunate, there's just a bit too much for him. So, Idris has an opportunity here to pull ahead. He's 2.5 kilos now behind Reese. But if he's able to make the 192 kilo attempt, he goes to first. He isn't able to lower it because it was his second attempt. Will he perform?
It was
Come on.
very close before. Can he
So
get it now?
close. It wasn't on strength, it was on a technicality. Can he get it done?
Keep that head down, Idris. Keep that head down.
And keep pushing.
A very good grind there from Idris. And what do I have to say? Unfortunately, it is a 2-to-1 no lift. That does mean that Reese walks away being the victor in the junior 120 kilo weight class.
So unfortunate there for Reese. Oh, sorry, Idris. Well done, Reese. Next up now is Lewis. 200. Is this going to get him redemption? It was also on a technicality. Can he get it done again and clean it up? looking comfortable under the bar. Get off, good off the chest, and he's locked it. And what do the refs think? Fortunately, that's a no lift.
I'm not entirely sure. That could be heels, or that could be butt. I'm not sure which one. I think it might be heels.
However, yeah, looking back on it, I think it is heels. But actually,
Yeah, definitely is butt. I think they're raising up a little bit.
yeah.
Unfortunate there for Lewis. Next up, we have Ryan with 200 kilos in the Masters 120 plus category. This is going to be a good battle between him and Herb, both loading up 200 for their final attempts.
Well, if Ryan gets this, pulls him ahead on bodyweight as well, Herb needs to put his attempt up to pull ahead of Ryan here. Let's see if Ryan is able to execute first. Unfortunate there. However, he is still ahead of Herb by 2.5 kilos going off their second attempts. Will Herb execute? Will Ryan stay ahead?
Both lifters have done very well today. Both had a very good battle. The same opening weight. A slight difference in their seconds. What's going to happen on their third? Let's find out.
Unfortunate there for Herb. Ryan stays ahead and is our 120 plus M1 champion for today, winning by 2.5 kilos over Herb. Next up now we have Alistair with 202.5 on the bar. It's a 7.5 kilo jump for Alistair. And he is well ahead of his competition here, but can he extend his lead further?
Indeed, indeed. Always nice to see lifters going into that 200 plus kilo range.
This isn't new territory for Alistair before. He's done this before, 217.5 being his all-time max. Can he press 202.5? I have no doubts. Can he do it? Unfortunate there. Just a little bit too much today for him. But he's had a good day. And he is our clear winner for the M2 120 category. Next up, we have Ram. Ram is going for 205, having a strong day. Just hitting 195 on his second. It's a 10 kilo jump, which is usually pretty ambitious. But in this weight class, anything goes. His coach is a smart coach, and he's put in a good attempt. So maybe he'll be there. As before, taking his time, adjusting, getting in the zone.
This will be a 5 kilo PB if he gets this. You know he wants it. His second attempt moved very well. Let's see his third.
Looks strong under the bar. Oh. Unfortunate there. Very unfortunate. Now, we have Nathan again for another attempt at the British Junior 120 plus bench record. He tried to get on his second. He was unable to. Will he be able to execute here? It is 10.5 kilos on his opener. Can he get it done?
If it wasn't for the slight downward movement he had in the middle of the rep, he would have had this on his second. Let's see if he does it. He has the strength. Let's watch him do it.
Getting the crowd nice and hyped now.
For the final lift of the whole competition. What a way to end it.
Can he get it done? Will it be redemption? strong off the chest, and there is no... Yep, that is a British junior bench record at 230.5 to close off the competition. Well done, Nathan. Next now we'll have the results ceremony where lifters will put up in their tracksuits, so hopefully that'll be great. And enjoy it.
I hope you have enjoyed this whole competition. We thank you for watching and enjoy the rest. Goodbye.